Welcome to Binge-worthy Breakdowns, your go-to spot for sharp reviews, juicy recaps, and the biggest twists in TV. Today, we're diving into the final, heart-pounding chapter of Netflix's You, Season 5. It's the last ride for Joe Goldberg, and it delivers everything fans have come to crave: deception, obsession, justice, and one final reckoning that flips the entire series on its head. If you thought Joe could outrun his past forever, think again. This season doesn't just close a chapter, it burns the whole book. Season 5. Recap: Joe's Judgment Day. After narrowly escaping the chaos in London, Joe Goldberg returns to New York with Kate by his side, trying to play house with their son, Henry, and open a new chapter running Mooney's old bookstore. To the outside world, he's a family man. But inside, Joe's still Joe, masking his darkness behind a well-trimmed beard and literary charm. But things take a turn when he meets Bronte, a student, a reader, and a sharp observer. What Joe doesn't know: Bronte is actually Louise Flannery, a woman on a mission. Her goal? To expose Joe for the monster he is. What unfolds is a psychological chess match, one where every move peels back the layers of Joe's curated life. Louise isn't just gathering evidence, she's setting the trap. As the bodies from past seasons metaphorically and literally rise from the grave, Joe's world begins to fracture. Kate starts questioning who she's really married to, the press begins to sniff out a scandal, and Joe starts losing his grip on the normal life he so desperately wants. The final episodes culminate in a tense standoff in the woods near the US-Canadian border, where Louise finally forces Joe to confront everything he's done. He's arrested, tried, and convicted. The press calls him Joe Goldmurderer. And just like that, the predator becomes the prey. 5 things we loved the most. Louise Flannery's long con. Madeline Brewer's portrayal of Louise Bronte is electric. Her slow, deliberate infiltration of Joe's life is both terrifying and satisfying. She's smart, patient, and utterly relentless. Unlike Joe's past adversaries, Louise never underestimates him. She studies him, outsmarts him, and eventually undoes him. Watching her work from the inside out is one of the season's best payoffs. The return to Mooney's. Bringing Joe back to where it all began is a stroke of genius. The bookstore is more than a location. It's a symbol of who Joe pretended to be, and the facade he used to lure his victims. Watching him spiral in the same space where he once felt invincible adds a poetic symmetry to his downfall. Kate's realization. Charlotte Ritchie shines this season. Kate, who once seemed complicit, or at least indifferent, begins to sense the rot beneath Joe's polished surface. Her final confrontation with Joe, where she chooses to protect Henry and walk away, is one of the most emotionally devastating and empowering moments of the series. The trial of the century. Joe's trial isn't just a courtroom drama, it's a media frenzy. Old acquaintances, survivors, and even booksellers testify. The show doesn't hold back in confronting the totality of Joe's crimes. The world finally sees him not as the charming, misunderstood loner, but as the cold-blooded killer he is. No redemption, no mercy. Too many shows try to redeem their anti-heroes. You doesn't. Joe ends the series behind bars, with no final monologue about change, no epiphany. Just denial, solitude, and the consequences of a life built on obsession. It's the ending he earned, not the one he wanted. Top performer. While Joe looms large over the entire show, one standout moment comes from a flashback told entirely from Louise's perspective. A bold shift that gives us not only emotional depth, but narrative power. We see her meticulous research, hear her painful interviews with victims' families, and witness the personal cost of her unrelenting pursuit. But it's the quiet, devastating scene of Louise visiting Delilah's sister, sharing the truth at last, that lingers most. It's a moment of closure and consequence, reminding us that justice doesn't always come with fanfare, but through truth told face to face. In that scene, Madeline Brewer delivers her most compelling performance, one that may even eclipse Joe's most intense moments. Final verdict. 4.5 stars. You Season 5 is a masterclass in how to end a series. It doesn't flinch, doesn't pander, and never lets Joe off the hook. It's smart, suspenseful, and satisfying in a way that few finales ever are. This isn't just the end of Joe Goldberg, it's a reckoning. Streaming now on Netflix Vertical Bar, You the Final Season. Like, comment, and subscribe for more binge-worthy breakdowns.